Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of PATTAY'S Performance. This is going to be vlog number 2 about growing Kentucky tall fescue here on Long Island. Remember, if you guys watched part 1, I could not get this seed. I had to have this shipped to the house. So anyway, April 19th was the day that I took the day off work. I thatched, I aerated, overseeded, treated the soil, put starter fert down with the pre-emergent, and I told you guys I was not going to cut my grass for probably about a month, maybe even a little bit more, depending on growth. Now remember, I told you not to look at anybody else's lawn because your lawn is going to be like a bruise. It's going to look a lot worse before it gets better. So I've been crazy busy with work, crazy busy with the spring sprint, repairing stuff. So I'm going to drop a picture right now at the 6th day of when I actually started seeing germination. All right? So believe it or not, I got a little bit nervous because I'm used to rapid turf, which takes about 3 or 4 days. Fescue takes 10 to 14, and just me being naturally, worrisome, or like I was already starting to plan B, like, oh my God, this doesn't take. But anyway, I do have germination. Yard is looking extremely green. And remember, didn't put Milo down, nothing nitrate infused, because remember, I didn't want the grass to grow super high where it'd be forcing me to cut it before the new grass starts to set and get a nice root in. So, I mean, obviously, no one has been on my yard. Nobody. Not allowed. I told you that. So that's a key thing too. So obviously there's fescue throughout the entire yard, but we're just going to take what we can see. This is all fescue right here. You can see still I have a little bit of bare spots, and I'm not too worried about that. I'll treat that later on, but remember, the taller your grass gets, it's going to start covering this stuff up. We have more fescue over here too. Look at this fescue. More fescue over here. Like I said, it's coming in pretty good. I'm very happy with the results so far. Remember, this is going to be year 1. If you remember seeing the pictures of my intro, this is my yard after 2 years. So I kind of restarted again because I'm a nut job. I don't know, what can I tell you? So the goal is usually I bag my first cut, but my rationale now is I'm actually going to mulch my first cut, because my rationale around this is that I put so much food into the soil, into the grass, that the first cut is just going to be like another application of that all over again. So for me to bag it, I feel that's a waste. So what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to see how this goes, because I'm not going to cut my grass till the fescue reaches about 3 to 4 inches tall, and I'm going to be cutting my grass at 4 inches tall. So I don't want to cut it early. Is that because if the root is not established, I'm afraid that my lawnmower is going to suck it all up, and we're going to be back at, square one. So my goal is, I think I'm going to set my lawnmower at the highest setting, make a pass, cut the grass, mulch, drop it down to the next level, mulching. And obviously I'm going to do some moderation as fit to I see, but that's the game plan so far. Usually I bag the first cut and then, side discharge. I don't mulch. I side discharge from there. So, what's also another good thing is you guys can see I have a little bit of weeds, which is okay. If you guys are upset about this stuff, good news. There's this stuff called Tenacity that was strictly for commercial golf course use that has been released to the public. I'm not sure if they tweaked the formula a little bit, or actually contingencies within the law allow this to only be used in residential as well, besides just commercial. But remember, my whole mentality is that if it's green, it's for me. And what do you think? How green is my yard? Pretty damn green. Pretty damn green. If you guys remember, watch part 1, you could see how my grass was. And I know a couple people were saying, oh, my yard is green already. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. Remember, everybody's yard is different. Everybody's soil is different per se. So patience is a virtue when it comes to this. So I am not going to be posting another video log until I decide to cut my grass. Now, what helped me out a lot, I felt, is I got the Ratio 3 Wi-Fi irrigation controller. And I was able to effortlessly water my yard 2 times a day. You should be watering it between 2 and 3 times a day. I was going 2, and sometimes none, depending on the weather we had. Because remember, April showers bring May flowers, and we had a couple of crazy, watery days. But I always wanted to keep my soil wet, because then it gave a great opportunity for my seeds to take, germinate, and dig deep roots down. If the soil was dry, it ain't going nowhere. So yeah, highly recommend. I think it was like 250 or 60 bucks. Right away, this thing's gonna pay for itself. Obviously, with the rain controller, which I ended up overriding a couple of times because, like I said, I'm germinating. I'm trying to grow grass, not maintain it. And also, my irrigation company charges 65 bucks to open up my system, check and adjust. Okay, and then if they need repairs, it's additional. With the Ratio, I could turn on each zone by myself and observe, make my adjustments, shut it down, and go to the next zone. So this thing's gonna pay for itself in probably about, I'm gonna be generous, about 2 to 3 years, because you're at 150, and then plus our water bill. I'm gonna say 3 to 4. I'm sorry, because our water here is not expensive, because here in Greenlawn we have our own water authority, so our bills are very, very low. So like I said, so 3 to 4. You got 65 each clip, and then plus the controlling of the weather and the rain sensor. Now, I still have to get used to the app with the Ratio. It kind of tells you what to do as far as, like, listen, we're not going to rain today because your soil is still moist. Well, you know what? I'm watering grass because I'm germinating. Probably once we get into once we get past the growing stage and we're going to the maintain stage, then it's going to be a whole different ball game. And I guess that's when the Ratio really starts to shine. But to me, already, it shines as far as opening up my system for the first time, because I couldn't do it in the past. Because for me to, tell my wife to hit this button, hit that button, hold this, and then shut this off and make my adjustments, it was just not, conducive to us, and probably did a lot more bad than good, because then we would argue. That's just the way it is. So with the Ratio, I'm in control, and I can make myself all my adjustments. I did order new sprinkler heads, Rainbird, from Lowe's, but it's been about 2 weeks. They still haven't come in. So thumbs down for Lowe's. I am a big fan of Lowe's, but at this instance, I'm not happy. So I'll give them a call. We'll go from there. But the only trimming I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim around the sprinkler heads, because you see all this stuff here. This is stopping my grass, from efficiently being watered. When this thing pops up, this is supposed to be a 4-inch. It's going to be hitting all this. So I'm pulling at this now, but in reality, later on today, I'm just going to go around with a pair of scissors, and trim this all up. I only have 2 sprinkler heads, so it's really not a lot of trimming that I have to do. The way my system is set up. See here, all this got to go. I'm probably just doing this right now in front of you guys. Not a lot of science. Just look at this. More fescue. So like I said, we got a lot of good healthy grass growing on. I did not rip out my lawn, but just to keep you guys updated, I will drop vlog number 1 in the description. So yeah, man, so if you guys found this video helpful, insightful, curious, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, to stay in tune for more video logs on my lawn, and of course, small engine repair, flip and fix videos. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode of PATTAY'S Performance.